Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm a lightworker and a mother to 3 special girls. I strive to continue learning, growing, and to collect new skills. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, and Akashic record reader and energy healer. I am so excited to share what I've learned and what I'm going to learn and the ups and downs of life. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Welcome to Life of a Lightworker podcast. Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm going to be pulling a card from the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. And my intention is, what do you need to hear? What do you need to know about today? People listening, what do you need to hear? Okay, the card that popped out is Earth School, Life Lessons, Soul Growth, Study, Higher Learning. And from the book, it says, Planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and life lessons are the curriculum for which we enroll. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If we pull this card while we're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point. Pulling this card can also mean that you're being called to embark on a new area of study or growth. This could be through structured learning, such as university, school, or a training course. If you're having difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that there are opportunities for soul growth. After all, relationships are known as the number one way that we grow as souls while we're here on Earth. And the Starseed Soul Inquiry is, how are you being called to grow or learn? I'm going to pull one more card before I intuitively read into the cards. Oh, there, one flew out. Okay, it's Jump In. Andromedan Energy, Adventure, Say Yes to Change. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It's believed that Andromedan starseeds are a group of beings who love their freedom, very adaptable. They have strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow, to find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission. Don't stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath. A good old run up and jump right in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you've been called to be. You're already facing the right direction. The only thing left is to leap. You'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life on Earth rarely is. However, it's the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory. And once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. The Andromedans want you to fall in love with surfing the waves of life, to seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability and find a way to be the calm in the chaos. You didn't come to Earth to be passive. You came to Earth to truly live. Now take a good run up and leap. The Starseed Soul Inquiry is, how can you be more adventurous? How can you be called to jump right in and leap? You know, when you look back at certain moments of your life and you think, oh, I wish I wasn't so scared. I wish I had jumped into that. I wish I had taken the chance. I wish I hadn't wasted the quote-unquote time and just done it. And when we look, of course, when we're looking back, we have the privilege of knowing what's to come, so we're not as worried. And I feel like that's the perspective of our soul right now. And it's like encouraging us to go and take the leap and take the steps and not be afraid and just Just do it. But us, without being able to see the future, are scared, are tentative, are anxious. And that is part of the human experience. That's what we're meant to do. But of course, when you either look back or from a different perspective, it's hard to remember what it actually felt like in the moment. So I think part of this is giving ourselves the grace and acknowledging it. Yeah, it is hard to jump in. It is hard to go through these soul growth moments. And that's the way it's kind of designed. Because if it was easy, it wouldn't be a growth opportunity. We wouldn't be learning. We usually learn through difficult times. We learn from watching somebody else's difficult times. It's very rarely we learn from just good things happening. It's not as a full experience. We don't gain as much out of it. It's not long lasting. So that's where the bravery comes in. That's where being courageous comes in. It's not about being fearless, because we have those fears, but it's doing it even though we're afraid, even though we're nervous, even though we're anxious. Still doing it, not letting that stop us. And overcoming that is a great growth opportunity. And jumping into it, while that might seem scary, is one of the best ways through it. If you prolong that jump, it prolongs the fear. And once you get past that first jump, the fear melts. And you can live in the aftermath of after the jumping. And exploring and discovering what that has to teach us. And I feel like I'm being very broad and very general, because this is very personal. This is very specific to each and every one of us. This isn't a broad, collective, one purpose, one goal type situation. This is very individual for each of us. So interpreting it yourself, feeling into what you feel, what your attention, what your soul has grabbed onto from the book, from what I said, taking those little bits that really stuck out and creating your own interpretation is really important, because everyone's going to gravitate towards certain things. Our soul is going to turn our attention to certain aspects, and that's what we're meant to take from it. So definitely pick and choose from this and see what feels right for you. But the overarching theme that all of us are being asked to embrace is change. And to shake up the patterns, shake up the way we are doing things, shake up our lives in however big or small way that we are being reminded to do. And these are things that have popped into your head countless times. So this isn't something that's new to you. And taking those steps, jumping in. And jumping in doesn't necessarily mean jumping to the end. This is the first step, jumping into that first step, taking that first step and just jumping on that stone and starting the process. No matter how long or short the process is, that first step can be the hardest. So this is jumping onto that first step. Thank you for joining me for this quick card pull, and I hope you have a beautiful week. If you would like to get in contact with me, my website is spruceenergyhealing.com. On Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, I'm all Spruce Energy Healing. Have a great day.